All right, guys, it's time for another episode of the Space Bro Show. That's right, we're here with our good friends tonight and a special guest. So we have, we're down to three, but that's okay. We like three people. Three people is a good number. It's a good round number for us. And we'll be kicking it off tonight, talking about the week's development of Star Citizen, everything that's been happening, all your goodies, and answering your questions that you may or may not have or didn't even know what you wanted to know about our favorite video game, Star Citizen. So join me tonight in welcoming our friends, both the Moonshiners and Mr. Geo, the real Geo, is going to be here with us tonight, so it's going to be super awesome, super fun, and let's get the show started. So it's going to be pretty good. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Yo, what's going on, Matachi?
There we go.
There we go. We're live.
Yep,
we're doing it live.
Always tactfully late.
Live in time.
Gotta love the super. Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
You're having a hard time hearing me.
I thought it was just me. I didn't want to say nothing.
You can't hear me?
It's
really?
Good. Gotta love that Skype. Love
man.
Skype. Oh, jeez.
So rough.
It's all right. I think we're all good now.
Testing mic check. Let's see. How about
Test
that?
Going too.
How about
Test
now?
Going too.
We'll just test it live.
So far, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. What's going on?
F you, Skype.
What's up, you guys?
Anyway.
What's up, chat? How's everybody doing? What's up, guys? Star Enigma, Zealous, Toy, Kato, Obsolete. What's up, guys? Bear Owl. What's up, guys? Everybody, yo, Hulk, Mayonnaise. What's up, guys?
Got so many people, so many familiar faces out there. Really good. We've had a good week. Actually, I thought they were going to turn the spigot back. CIG was, we're so close to Star Citizen, and they turned it up. They didn't they didn't just leave us hanging and be like, hey, we're going to cut down the information. They're like, oh yeah, how about some game mechanics? I'm like, what?
Yep.
I was like, so crazy. It was crazy this week.
In your face.
Yeah.
I know, right? They just brought it. I was like, well, okay. I guess now I'm like more hyped than ever. It's gonna be so good. I'm trying to unhype myself and I can't. It's just too good. Doesn't matter what Kakaka and all that stuff writes. All that stuff. We'll get Geo wound up.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, they teased us with so much stuff like last week and things are gonna be kind of dry. And it's like, nope. It's like, here's everything.
Yeah,
like, it's ridiculous.
And we'll start with that. We'll start on I won't say the negative note, but we'll talk about the second part of the Kotaku, or I call it the Kaka article, because I stuck up for him last week, didn't I, Moon? I sat there and I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I said, hey, this is a history of problems, but I thought it was decent reporting, not the most accurate 100%, because like everybody said, they didn't source anybody. They said unnamed sources on everything, but I try to give them a benefit of the doubt, and then they come at you with the hit parade with the Mr. DS all over the place, and I don't know, it was crazy. But let's get Geo's impressions of the whole Kotaku, because me and Moon talked about the first part last week a little bit. Let's hear what you think, Geo, about the first and the second part of the articles that have been written by.
Well, the first one was I didn't like the first one, to be honest, and it wasn't because the negative stuff that was getting talked about. It was like the people they were interviewing was like basic stuff that anyone could complain about their job. Like, I didn't listen to my boss and he got mad at me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if I did that at my job, that's happening to me. If I don't listen to my boss, they're going to tell me, oh, you can go out the door. We'll find someone else. And then they were saying, oh, we're working 60, 70 hours. But we had producers telling us another thing on Plenty of 10 for the producers. They were like, hey, sometimes we got to send guys home because they're working too hard. So it's either someone's lying or someone didn't do enough research or just took bullshit sources. So I just really didn't like that article. Plus, on top of that, they gave disclaimers for Titan, the MMO. They was, development is basically a tough process. That's not what they said verbatim, but somewhere around that realm. It's a tough process and blah, blah, blah. They did that for Titan, but, Star Citizen, it's disaster, doom and gloom, and all that good stuff. And a game that came from a developer that's known for 20, 30 years, how long Blizzard been around? They were struggling to make an MMO, and you guys gave them the benefit of the doubt. And here you are picking on a studio that just got together within, 4 years? And you guys went, doom and gloom, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was weak sauce to me.
Yeah. You,
Yeah,
you,
I
you
don't have
say,
anything good to say about Moon. You can go ahead.
well, yeah, it's funny because everybody wanted to give when Project Titan fell apart, but we're gonna rename it Overwatch, and everyone fucking loves it, and like that gets a fucking pass for sure. It's funny. Last week, we're talking about the most fair article that ever came out about Star Citizen, which is what was it called? The troubling development of Star Citizen,
Yeah.
and it was we have to call it the most fair article because at least it got both sides, and it came at it with like a very negative slant to it. There were like 3 articles. One was from like the UK version of Kotaku, where the guy came out. It was a very short article. It was like this big, as opposed to like the second article, which is all about DS. It's all about that dude because it's all about it's all about the 24-year plague that has followed Star Citizen, or I forget what they named it. It was such a weird slant and such why are you reporting on things that are like, it's like, well, back in 2015, could you believe that there were serious problems with the game development? Star Marine had not come out in 2015. The promises that they broke.
Every game has game development. That's just normal stuff. I mean, that's every single company. It's just Star Citizen has, whether you look at it as the misfortune or fortune, since we get a look at the inside workings of it, we get to see all of it. It's all out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you don't even know how many $100-200 million games companies like EA and shit just shit on and scrap and say whatever, and the whole benefit for us is we get to see all the good things, but with that we got to kind of relegate the bad things too, and it's going to happen.
And this is my thing. Where's the positive stuff? I mean, they've been quiet on the Gamescom stuff, but every time some drama pops off, they can't wait. It's like they get a boner, like, oh, bad. I got to run to it. I mean, look at all these titles they had. What happened to Star Marine, Star Citizen Missing Module, Inside the Troubled Development Star Citizen, update, Star Citizen single player, release remains unconfirmed. One Star Citizen backer got a refund with the help of LA Attorney General FTC DCBA.
Well, I think it's like everything. I don't think it's just relegated to Star Citizen either. If you look at the gaming articles in Nature and all, especially from rags like Kotaku and all that stuff, the negative brings more press. It brings more heat. Like, look, everybody hyped up No Man's Sky, but you'd have 3-6 months where nobody's talking about it. Now it's like it's a shitty game. They lied about everything. It's like all over the place. It's like, blam, look at this. It's just crap.
But that's what's funny. This game, that's why we love it so much, because we can see that it's avoiding that, because it was never really clear with No Man's Sky. 1 minute he'll say, oh yeah, multiplayer. Well, kind of multiplayer, until the end. It found out at the end that it wasn't multiplayer. And I didn't know you guys were going to find each other that quick. Like, dude, what did you think? I mean, people are real diehard. So if you think they're going to do it whatever time you had estimated, people are probably going to overachieve that. You need to keep that in mind with these games.
Absolutely.
Do you think
I'm going to have to sit up on the mic like this because apparently everybody can't?
There you go. That's a lot sexier too. So
Radio Star Citizen Radio.
I think they all like that. It's a lot better.
Kotaku's a bit dirty bitch. That's what we're going to talk about this summer.
Yo, here's a question for you. Do you think those fucking articles like prompted this like week of like badass videos that came out, the subscriber version, Run the Verse, and today's Reverse the Verse? It was like, oh hey, like I know there's like some of this like negative, reporting all this. Here's some awesome shit. What do you think? Is that what this is ridiculous. I'm super excited with the things that they released, man.
Yeah, I mean, we got.
You guys want an Aquila? Here's an Aquila.
Man, I mean, so much stuff this week. I mean, it was just mind blowing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Which, by the way, Gamer Nexus has some great cools.
Awesome reporting, and he doesn't get enough credit, because one of the other things he's done is, if you remember back when we were first asking about the zoning system and stuff, right? Like way back when, he was one of the first people to have that one-on-one with Chris Roberts, and he broke it all down on how the zoning system would work and instancing and all that. Now, that information is still relevant to a point, but since they're looking at trying to expand the servers so greatly, if they're able to, it won't be as big a deal. But you'll still see how now they've implemented between the ships, like, when you're inside the ship, it's a zone versus outside. He was talking to him about all that before they even had last year's Gamescom, where they showed that stuff. So it's just kind of the way it goes.
Yeah. He's been doing a good job. I mean, he's not picking on old shit. He's actually sticking to current things. He could easily put a clickbait title or asks him some, drama question, but he sticks to the game.
Yeah,
that's all we're looking for. I mean, can we look for that type of stuff? And if you're going to cover the drama stuff, you should have did it when it happened. Why? 7 months and it's so much hard work.
Because midsummer, nobody gives a shit, right? But like 2 weeks out, it's like it's hot, right? Oh yeah, here's Star Citizen coming. We got to shit all over this now. Don't worry. And the one thing I do like is how they're very crafty about not really giving timelines on stuff. They'd say, kind of back before in this year, this kind of stuff happened, and then they'd talk about something like more current and act like that old shit was happening now, right?
Yeah.
And they're very crafty about how they did that. So it was just one of those things.
Yeah. Another thing that was funny is Kezim, I think her name is Kezim Dow. She was from IGN. She didn't know what the fuck she was talking about back then. I used to hate her articles and videos back then. Now here she is talking about Star Citizen, and she released another article today. I think this was the last part of the trilogy. Nothing positive, kept it negative. And then she said, by the time Star Citizen comes out, it's going to be too late because games like Call of Duty Infinity Warfare may already do what the game's trying to do in Elite Dangerous. I just have no
idea what Star Citizen even is. They have no idea the content of the game, right? Because they're sitting there talking about this stuff, and they're talking about, it's going to do everything it does. Or, really? Well, what's Star Citizen going to do? And they'll be like, I don't know. It's got spaceships in it. They don't have a fucking clue.
Spaceships.
That's right.
That's the only thing. Like, stuff in alpha right now is probably more advanced than any COD game that's probably came out in the past 5-6 years.
Yep.
I mean, straight up, like I have more fun with the alpha than any COD game I played over the past few years. I mean, it's a joke now.
Crazy. It's crazy.
People who say it can't be done should not interrupt those who are doing it.
Yeah.
And that's a great old saying. I just had to get the exact quote, and it's being done, man. So, I mean, a lot of times we sound like true believers. Like we're definitely in the cult. We're all for it. But it's like, dude, man, you see what they're fucking laying out? You see what's coming? Like, do you these articles are written about well, back in 2015, the article was written it started because you'll read them. They're like this big. I don't know if you can see on this. They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's I know you started writing this 2 years ago. Why isn't update your shit, man? Update your shit. Do you see what they're doing? Don't put out an article. Be like, I don't think this is ever going to happen. And then you see this week of videos. It's this is where we're at. This is what's going on here. This is this the current state of Star Marine or wherever the hell they're talking about with
way too much new shit to cover.
Come on, man. Slacking on writing them lazy articles.
I mean, it's so much new. Yeah, so much new stuff to cover, and it's just that's what gets me. Okay, if you're going to do the negative, that's what would be even. If you showed us the negative, okay, whatever, even with the bogus sources, and then show us some positive stuff. Hey, they're here now, such and such and such. But she left off on a negative note. She didn't mention any of the new stuff out right now. What the Frankfurt office has been producing, that little time the Frankfurt office have been together, they got so much done. That was probably the best acquisition that Star Citizen has. I think if Frankfurt didn't come in like they did at that perfect time, ain't no telling where we would be right now with the FPS module and the procedural tech. I don't even think it'd be in right now. Well, maybe the FPS stuff, but the procedural tech, no.
Yeah. Step aside, old media. We're coming to get you.
Exactly.
Give them real,
we're gonna start
real opinions.
Doing special episodes with me, Moon, and Geo, and we're gonna call you guys out not only on Star Citizen bullshit. We're gonna find your old articles where it was bullshit and show how much bullshit you're full of. Because
I'm doing interviews, right. You see my camera? I'm ready.
That's right.
Yeah,
I ordered stuff. Right. I know I ordered new lens, new stuff.
Yep.
I'm about to show these suckers how to get real sources on camera talking. Yep. Not no CIG source.
I mean, because it's they make all these crazy claims, and then you go back and look at the context of the work, just like on the hit article last time with Forbes and all that bullshit. And it's their work is bullshit. They don't get any recognition until they try to do a hit parade on Star Citizen. Then they start getting views and hits, and that's you can tell the whole purpose in it to begin with. So anyway, let's go. We'll leave the haters alone because everybody needs haters because that means you're doing it right. So we'll go over to what we saw this week. We'll start out with the subscribers town hall, which I like how they're capitalizing on the subscribers town hall thing. It is political, Right, you got to have town halls now. It can't be like a a meeting or a wrap up or subscribers den. It's a town hall meeting. So I'm waiting for. I want to have a Star Citizen debate forum next or something. That'd be cool. But basically, it was a good watch. It's good to see the guys interacting and see how natural and real they are about everything. But to be honest, there wasn't a lot of information there. It kind of went off the rails. I know Coots tried to answer some stuff about the Cutlass and whatnot. And if you guys haven't checked out the Cutlass thread that went up on the Reddit, he dove in there, man, and he really got into the meat and potatoes of like what people wanted on the Cutlass, what they didn't, and that's going to be one of the ships he has coming up that he's going to be working on pretty heavy. So that's cool. But
I know one thing: was he cold, or was he just being like some kind of hipster goth type of character? I don't know what was going on.
A lot of people freaked out about that, but I think the man has no body fat. Look at everybody else at the table. The man
he was like really, he's a really skinny guy.
And I guarantee at an IT place, anybody who's ever worked,
don't all those guys fat.
we keep it at like 60 degrees, man. Because it's got all the computers running. So he's probably freezing his balls off. I mean, my wife dresses like that in my house sometimes because I turn the air way down. She's like, it's November. I'm like, hey, 65 is good. So it just.
And they all got like t-shirts. It's funny because they all got like t-shirts. And he's like,
well, yeah, he's drinking coffee, right? He's drinking coffee and he's got a coat on. He's probably freezing his ass off. So he probably has a space heater if he could have one underneath there. So
he doesn't have a beard to keep him warm like the rest of them.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's all back in the office. They probably don't want the beer shots on this. Everybody else has drank whiskey shots beforehand.
Yeah, too bad he's not going to CitizenCon. I really want to interview him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he won't make it there. Tyler will be there. I'm not sure who else is going from the team. Most of them all said they're going to have to stay there because they're obviously cranking through on the 3.0 stuff with the PU.
Right.
They're going to be deep into that.
Yeah, they're still working. Matter of fact, is Chris still in UK?
He was. I think he's. Well, I don't know if he was in the UK. I think he was.
Yeah,
home
they're
in
cutting
LA
it close.
On things. Yeah, they're hammering it out. I'm sure they're getting it all done and all.
Because him and Sandy, when they record ATV, they were out there. I think
you might be right from the last one. That's probably true. All right, and then we went into the meat and potatoes, which was the actual ATV, which was just blew my mind. I was so happy about all the stuff I saw in here.
Yeah, for real.
Really good. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't expect everything. And then first off, I see a 30-minute episode. I want that hat. I think I'm going to buy one. I go merchandise on the Squadron 42 hat.
You think? Yeah, well, I'm at Cyberwolf this week, and he had that Big Benny's, the orange Big Benny's hat.
Yeah.
I want one. Where do you? Is that like something from like Etsy, or is that something that because that's where he got the Big Benny's hat?
I think that's where she got the on there. Yeah. I know there's been several non-official hats made and stuff like that, but I want to encourage all backers, please do not resell any of this stuff because you'll get in trouble. If you want to make something for you or hook up your friends, it's all good. They've already said that. But don't be reselling stuff and get yourself in trouble or any of that.
Yeah, because we don't want Shitaku making an article on you guys.
Be like the dirty side of Star Citizen, back alleys, clothing wear,
dirty suing thieves.
Right. Yep. And this girl's so nice, but I wonder how pink she's gonna be by the next episode because it expands all the time. Like her hair's gone. Awesome neon. I'm waiting for her to just be pink. My daughter came in here when I was watching this, and she is a super fan of pink. And I was like, don't get any ideas because she's 7. She's like, can I color my hair? I'm like, oh, hell no. We ain't doing that. Ain't doing that at all.
That is a lot. I should get my beard pink. Just like that.
Pink
so it's kind of like...
Oh, dude.
Here's the scanning system they talked about. So, basically... people have given this a pretty bad rap all over the forums already. Yeah, because they're like, why is it got the Tiger Woods golf swing indicator on it? Because you'll see it like expand and you got to hit it at the right moment because everybody's used to seeing that, or like on the football things, where it's like a ball bounce between there and you got to time it right.
I like it though.
I don't have, and I'm pretty critical about their systems and stuff. I don't think that's bad. I don't have a problem with this. My thing is I want to see probing in the game, like when people are at safe spots. I want to see some of the air stuff. But for a first pass iteration, the biggest complaint I had was The triangles are like a little bit top for me. They're a little too bold at far away and up close. But other than that, the scanning system's fine. I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it's gonna be good.
Well, this is my thing. The people are complaining. What would be the solution? Because I always see complaining. What would be a better idea than that?
Yeah,
instead of just complaining on the forums.
Don't give more problems. And like I said, the only problem I have with those triangles is when they're out at, like they showed that 39 meters or whatever. I'm gonna freeze it.
Sexy.
That's fat material right there.
But when they're out at 39 meters plus, right? The triangles on them on that scanning is the same size, so I can't see the headshot. I can't see it. It's like there's triangles. So if there was some way to fade it down or something, that'd be my suggestion. I think that would be a whole different thing.
Well, we know Illuminati's confirmed with triangles, so I mean that's
right? I'm sure that's why they went with that shape.
Yeah,
it's just like
totally.
It's an
Illuminati confirmed.
triangle.
Definitely confirmed, and that's definitely a
hold on.
There.
There are triangles on the Aquila. Ooh. You see him?
Watch out. And they're trying to mask them with that front end too. You know, you got to watch out because they went round. They're like they're figuring it out. That's the way it goes. But this ship is sexy though. I mean, I want to see the view from inside out on those windows because you know the regular Connie that we fly right now, was it the Andromeda? Is that the model that we're flying around for the loaner? I think.
Yeah.
Is amazing looking. If you ever stand up on the glass in the front, you feel like you're floating almost and all that. But this has even less obstructive view through these side panels in the front end and stuff. That just looks amazing to me.
Yep.
I get a whole Star Trek type of vibe on the front end. I'm like, that looks good. I like it. I hope more. Like this.
I have a Carrack, and I still want to get the Aquila now.
I'll buy it in game. I ain't gonna buy it out. I'll buy this in game, right? Because I want everything. But this is gonna be number one when I go to a Connie. I want this ship because it looks good like that. I like it.
See, I want the front on the Phoenix. If they do that, I'm throwing mine at the screen.
Yeah, I'm wondering on the Crucible if the Crucible will look like that, right? Because it's got that dome front end on the repair ship, where it's supposed the whole crew is supposed to spin around. So I'm like, I see that there. I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be a hot ship.
Yeah, you need that view too, so you can repair the ships and see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be like all around. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So, and it's got a whole deck that goes almost the whole thing's around. I'm like, if it's like that, and the whole thing's like over, 80% glass around that, that's gonna be so.
Who's the Crucible made by? RSI? Or was it Anvil?
Remember
Zealous.
Zealous knows in chat.
What is it?
Somebody tell us who makes the Crucible mods. Make it happen. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, because if it is, they'll probably use that same. You know how they get their ship.
Yep. They'll take the same ship language from that and just do. That's how they'll
like a bigger version for the Crucible.
I'm so excited about having actual caps, and I know everybody calls the Starfarer a cap, but I want capital ships in the game just to like have these massive things so people can try to gang up on and do. But it's got to come with that expansion. 3.0 come out, get some more people in, so you can have a capital in, because instead of like the entire server on one ship. But I just can't wait.
You gonna buy it? You gonna buy that cap that's coming out maybe next week?
If it's as hot as I
you
think it will, we might have a melting party in my channel where we'll be buying some shit. Is that Polaris?
There we go.
Oh my god, dude. It's like we've already been in deep discussions about that, because for a medium-sized org like mine, oh my god, when you have in between 25 and like 200 people, I think that ship's going to be so vitable, because vitable, it's a new word.
Vitable.
Vitamins?
Yeah, it's vitable. It makes you healthy and stronger. But you can actually, because that way you can facilitate a cap out there on the field and have support crafts. Because a lot of people are like, oh, my org's got like 70 people. We can put an Idris on the field. I'm like, well, that's all you're putting on the field is one Idris. It's like, to be able to have a dynamic fleet, though, I think Polaris or two and some fighters and support craft, and you'd have a badass mini little fleet there.
Yeah.
And then they talked about this is where they talked about the scanning of ships. And again, I'm totally good with this. Anybody who's played EVE Online, they have what's called a directional scan. It's not even as good looking as this, so I can't understand people bitching about this. This is a first pass. It looks awesome, and you get the data. I would like to see things like on the scanning mode. Obviously, it's just doing a computer output in the top left-hand corner there. But I'd like to see distances and types of scanners. You get different type of data, and they said they are going to be doing that stuff. So it's going to be really good.
It's also like a first iteration of it. I mean, you guys remember, this is iterative game development. This isn't like locked in for sure, and let's not judge it before we start playing with it. Let's not call it a QuickTime event before we actually know, like, oh, this is a fucking QuickTime event. Maybe it's just a part of the game. It's part of the game, and it's gonna be mostly for guys in single fighter ships. This is not going to be a
Yep.
the larger game for like larger ships. It's not going to be the click a button like that. It's because you're skilled.
Let's recognize Game Fleek for the raid, buddy. I really do appreciate it, bro.
Game
Thank you for
Fleek.
bringing that in there
Game
so
Fleek.
much. Love that fool. Good, man. He was on the show last week. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was really
Nice.
have him on again. But yeah, guys, I think this iteration is good. And the thing to capitalize on what you were saying, Moon, I really think if we don't allow these first passes to come out and we're over hypercritical and we make them rework them before we even touch them, I mean, let's feel it. Let's see if it's good or not. It's like everybody already jumping all over the flight mechanic stuff. Like everybody talking about the leak and oh yeah, they're going to nerf all our ships. They're going slow. And I'm like, have you flown it yet?
The debris. Oh, that sound. Oh my God, it sounds like a coin in a can.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
calm down.
Like,
It's going to get
it,
fixed.
and so they can move on to the next first iteration, so we can get some gameplay in this motherfucker. And then if they want to roll it back and rework it, we'll rework it in version 2. We need to get this stuff out so we can test it, though, guys. People just, and it's like, I understand the haters are going to hate, but we don't need citizens hating on everything that people doing in the game before we even touch it. Let's try it first.
Oh, it's not exactly hate, but let's just not be hypercritical yet. Let's get it out first.
That's the word for it, bitching.
There's some real bad bitching going on about like some of the golf swing stuff and all that. I don't know. Worked for Tiger Woods for 10 years. I think one little element of gameplay could do like golf swing if they want to. I'd be. Look, GHG coming up in the house, man. Thank you so much.
Great head of gamer.
What's up, bro?
Love, man. Make sure
I can't wait to see you next week, Ray.
Too. Exclamation mark GHG in there.
Mm-hmm.
Thing happening. So.
Look at all those raid bombs.
Wisdom upon his audience.
What's up, guys?
So good, man. The hype train is just gonna blow up on this shit. It's gonna be amazing. Yep. It's gonna be amazing. All right, so we went on with the scanning stuff, and they talked a little bit more about some of the shape language on some of the ships.
Yeah.
We've seen some of the Herald stuff coming out. They went into act like I remember. I can't remember which part's next. I think they're the hoplite, right?
Oh, hoplite. Can we talk about hoplite for a second? Dude.
That's hoplite.
2.6? Yo.
Yep, 2.6.
Looks awesome. Here it is. Hold on. Oh, there's something.
I backed it up. We'll let it play through. So the hoplite is just, it's going to be a really amazing ship. I really hope that they do some of the same alterations they went from the Vanguard variant to the hoplite variant. I hope they do the same things with the dropship that I used to own.
The Redeemer?
Because the Redeemer, if you open that back frame up a little more, make it dual wide.
This guy's from Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
That's one of the Four Horsemen who built the Redeemer.
Exactly. And make sure you take out the kitchen and the air stuff. We don't need this shit. It's a dropship. It's like, I understand people want to cook some stuff up, and it's a different thought now. But you take out some of those things, make it more utility. I think that thing will be badass, dude. Love the weaponry sets on it. Hoplite is gonna be.
Hold on, can I just say one thing to the guys who are like, I have a hoplite. The hoplite looks fantastic, but the Redeemer, but I have a Redeemer. Yo, remember, the Redeemer is part of Aegis. The Redeemer is also a modular ship. It's more than just a drop ship. It's more than just a gunship. It's gonna be multifaceted. Dude, it's gonna be multi-purpose. The Redeemer is gonna have an awesome usage. Don't give up on it yet. Don't melt it because like, oh well, this is a dropship. The Redeemer's more than a dropship. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
And the amount.
Hold on.
If you think of the intended weapon set on the Redeemer and what it's gonna do to the ground applications, it's gonna be able to suppressive fire like ground targets like you don't even know, and that's where it's gonna bring in some different heat than what like say a Vanguard variant would be or something like that, because those are long range fighters and they might have some ground capabilities and they're gonna be able to drop off troops. But the Redeemer's meant to get your boys out. You want to extract that team out of a hot zone, the Redeemer's got enough firepower to lay down all the groundwork, independent turrets, all that stuff, and get your boys back on the ship and get the fuck out of there. And that's what I'm looking forward to on that. Drop the drop ship. Hashtag right Q4.
Yeah, I look at the drop ships. I look at so we have the Redeemer. The Redeemer, the Hoplite, and a lot of people forget about the Retaliator.
Yeah, they were just showing the Retaliator too because it won with the other module, right? Because you could drop the entire thing down. And a module inside replaced to hold, what was it, 24 troops or something crazy?
It was huge. So people always going to ask like, oh yeah, I don't know which one would be the best one for me. Think of what size missions you guys are trying to do, like the medium, Redeemer, large, Retaliator. I think like a smaller. I don't know how many are in the Hoplite. Did they confirm it?
I don't think I remember exactly what they said.
I think
pictures.
I want to say it's 8 to 10 though on the seat.
See, I look at something like that, like special missions, type Navy SEAL type thing, like small special team, medium team on a Redeemer, and then Retaliators, your big Black Hawk load coming in.
But it's not the most like nimble or like it's not a tiny ship. Like I wonder, like if you got to get into a tight space, you're flying in with a Retaliator. Like I'm all for it. I do like the Retaliator. I'm not on board with all of its modularity. The hangout area where you got a TV and a couch and stuff like that. And I like the cargo. I'm okay with the dropship. I don't know if it's gonna be the best dropship because. Where are you dropping that thing? That thing is huge.
It is huge. Yeah. It'd be cool if it's like a mobile base when they finalize it. You drop it out of the bottom, and it's like a facility, and then you take off and get out of there. But
all right.
At this point in ATV, they started talking about some of the bar citizens and other things around. I figured this would be a good opportunity to kind of talk about what was going on with You Moon and some of the other guys over there at the New York one, because we had some shots there, the Twitter shots, the spotlight there.
Drinks were had.
The boys. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was amazing. There we go. Here's a group here. There's a whole bunch of the fellas. Scroll down a little bit. Hold on. There's me right there.
There you go.
Oh, look at all that. Look at all those test shirts. Scroll down a little bit more.
Test game shirts. Those shirts do look good.
Yep. Hold on. Scroll down a little bit more. There we go. Look. Atlas Burden, myself right there, the Gambles, Drunk Pack. Man, so many drinks were had. So many, we were calling, what were they called? 4 Horsemen, Jim, Jack, Johnny, and Jose. Oh man, we had so many beers. We had something called, I don't know, whiskey, green tea whiskeys. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was good. Those 4 Horsemen shots were killer. Guys, if you can meet up with people from a bar citizen, go find one if it's in your area, if it's in your state. Go, man. Go take a train out.
If there's not one around you, make one happen. I mean, and this is one of the other things we were going to talk about too. Was and it looks like. But if you haven't been there, it is was it SC Bar Citizen?
Barcitizen.sc. Yeah. I just put a link to it in chat. Guys, if there's something going on in your neck of the woods, go to it, man. Go meet up with these people. Like you can make super quick friends because we're all like thousands of dollars in. So like you have that
filthy cults. You guys are a cult.
Like, what ship you got? What do you got, man? It's like, what are you doing? What do you?
How many mortgages did you put on your house?
Right.
How many JPEGs did you buy?
It's super important. I mean. Just what was it, 2 weeks ago? They had the Florida Bar Citizen, and there were like 75 people there. That was huge. We probably had about 17 people in the one in New York City, and we're gonna start doing them like once a month or something like that. That might be hard to do. It's a lot of drinking.
Or every other month.
I don't know if my liver can do that, but
maybe.
It was super cool to like meet some of these guys. It was awesome, man. Definitely if you can meet some people in the game, go do it. Did I grab Gamble's ass for you? I kind of forgot to. I think Tokyo grabbed my ass though. That was kind of weird.
It might have happened. He probably didn't remember it happening.
I introduced. I was there for Gamble's introduction to New York pizza, and that was amazing.
Oh wow, good. good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Nope. So yeah, go to Bar Citizens, do it up.
They're doing them
all over the
place.
Yeah, if you're from Chicago, I'm probably gonna set one up after Citizen Con sometime.
There you go.
Yep.
And then you can utilize the site guys to group in there and just check everything out.
I may even do a paintball
That's
event.
what they're talking about here. They're talking about the site and all the link ups and stuff like that with the. So definitely check that out, guys. I think we're going to be doing something like that. Hopefully, beginning of next year. I don't know for sure what time frame. We're going to let the holidays and everything get away, but I imagine we'll do something. Turn up the audio a little and move. No, I can't. Skype.
No, too bad. You get too much of me. That's what's gonna happen.
Too much Moon, too little me. I know what it is too, and I can't fix it right now.
Maybe I can do something.
No, what it is Skype lowering the call volume. Because it did an update.
I just lowered myself a little bit. I don't know if it's.
Well, I didn't update mine either.
When Skype
Good thing I have controls on my media.
Call volume thing.
And Discord needs to hurry up with the video shit.
I know. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Teasiness with it. Let me see.
The tease. And Skype's gonna be out of business.
Test. Is that better? Is it better? There we go. Maybe not. Maybe
sure.
Not. I don't know. Fuck it. Who gives a shit?
Sounded louder to me.
Did it? Probably louder to you guys. Probably quieter to them. But they'll figure it out. We'll get it all done. Either way. All right. So moving along. I like where I froze it on the 300 series in the beach. It's like, what the fuck's that?
I kind of like that.
I do.
300 on the beach.
300 on the beach. Good stuff.
I wonder how long that took.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't have the patience for something like that. I get real pissed off.
I don't have enough beer for something like that because I'd have to have a lot of beer to like
that
do
definitely
that.
require a lot of beers. Maybe
Yeah. It's like, I got let's make it 300. Say, be great. Oh, and there's the shot of the wheel, right?
The wheel. There it is. Yeah. The SciTech farming simulator wheel.
Mm-hmm. You see it over here on the side here.
Look at how he's flying there. Like, close? I wouldn't do that.
Hey, man. Everybody's got their own stuff. There you go.
Wow. There it is.
So, for you guys who haven't checked out the SciTech wheel, this is like for, what was it again? Gio, you want to go into the SciTech wheel, or who wanted to talk about the SciTech wheel?
That was the moonshine. I was talking about the mouse.
You were talking about the mouse. Let's dive into the SciTech wheel for a minute.
There it is. There it is.
Yep. So tell us about this grand wheel and what it's for. Mr.
It's
Moon.
for farming simulator, man. I don't know what all the buttons do. I mean, they're awesome. I mean, dude, you could definitely imagine using something like all those buttons in game.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know. What is he? What is he driving around like an Ursa?
That's what I was thinking. Like with a rover, I could see this happening with a rover, right? I couldn't do a spaceship with it. I know people that use steering wheels and weird shit for spaceships, but I could see this with a rover, right? Like if you had the driving control on the wheel and maybe the little joystick thing would be for the turret, right? So you could be like independent turret movement. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah. So
and look, he said it's huge in Europe. We were just talking about that earlier. How in Germany they go nuts for that.
Oh yeah, Twerk. If you listen to ask Twerk 17 about the whole farming simulator over in Germany, it is huge. Apparently, when it was at Gamescom, it was insane because they were over there chanting. They were like having crazy stuff, and Twerk heard this huge presentation going on, and all these people. And he went over to see what it was when he was on a break between streaming over there, and it was the farming simulator apparently. So there was like, holy crap! Apparently this is hot shit over here. So yeah, wow. So it's got a whole following on it. So that was pretty crazy sauce. Pretty crazy sauce.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Never would have thought.
Look at that.
That's the guy flying with the wheel right now.
Yep. Absolutely. They're talking about all the some of the changes coming on with the flight mechanics and some of the other things that are up there.
I mean, Armageddon for SC.
Yeah, I know. People are
like, oh my god.
Yeah, people are freaking out about the speed stuff, and I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think people need to feel it before they criticize it and see what's going on. And I think slowing things down is going to be a good thing because it's going to make your afterburner and your boost actually mean something. Because right now, it feels like you go a little faster, when you boost, but it doesn't feel like dynamically changes the game at all for me. It's like, a little more gas pedal, that's it. Having it slow down and have that boost come into play and be that critical to actually getting in and out of combat to get your hits in and get out, I think will make it a lot more fun for everybody. And then the guys who are like speed demons who overboost, they'll be like sitting there like a dead duck, and you'll be able to eat them alive. So it'll be fun.
I think this one guy, we had two Super Hornets. We were just like space jousting back and forth. I'm like, dude, it went on for like 10 minutes. I said, no battle should be this fucking long.
Yeah, the jousting thing is just whatever. And I think slowing it down too with these new, like they're showing some of the missile rack systems they're putting in. So we'll actually be able to adjust different types of missiles on most of the ships. That'll be good. Hopefully the slowdowns will impact other things like missiles, so missiles won't like, I'll just, boost away from you, or I'll just speed up and I'm out of here. Hopefully that'll help with some of that gameplay. And additionally, I'm hoping, and they haven't talked about it to any length, but I'm hoping that the turret play will come into play. And it'll actually be, maybe we'll be able to sit in a turret and track somebody a little bit better if they're not moving at 300, meters a second. Maybe if they're moving at 150, maybe we'll have a better chance. So I don't know. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah, turrets feel like shit.
Yeah, have you both of you guys had an opportunity to play the Battlefield 1 alpha when it was out?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think as much as some of the things like sniping in it, I was kind of like, the turret gameplay and the biplanes and stuff was amazing. I thought it would stay there.
Video, I was going ham in the bomber. That front gunner, I'm just making it rain like doom, 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 doom.
They need to take those turrets from that with the independent gyros in them and put them in this. I mean, it's the future. Turrets should be independent of the ship movement. It shouldn't have to be like, the Connie moved 3 feet that way, and so I'm all like this shit. It should have, if it felt half as good as it did in Battlefield 1, it'd be on point in Star Citizen. I really believe that. So I think they need to bring that to here, and it'd be a world's difference.
I think it's coming. Didn't Nikki Bagger bring that up to Ben too on one of the her shows? Yep. I think it was like a week or two ago.
And Ben said, "I know they're broken. We're gonna work on them. So at least we know it's not final press on that." But I had to freeze this here now. That's a BFG there. That's a big fucking gun.
Ooh. Yeah,
I mean,
that's beautiful.
Look how I mean, this is insane. It's insane. It's like the whole ship's a gun. So to be able to retool and refit stuff, I'm like, I don't even know. That's going to be crazy. Crazy stuff.
It doesn't even look right.
No, it doesn't. It's like the ship should explode.
They put like a M7A on it.
Looks like the wing's about to just...
Well, look at it. There it is on the wing.
It's like, my wing.
So what size guns you got on there, baby?
Big guns. Like,
Big
you live,
guns.
bro?
That's right. It's crazy sauce.
Yeah, it's nuts.
We're going to take a poll at the end of this, and we're going to see how many people said, Mitachi, we can't hear you. And all you guys get negative 500 Robux per time on the next month. So bro. No, I'm just kidding. Damn. We know it's an issue. Yeah, that gun's amazing. That ship, it's like... I want to see like 4 of them on a Mustang Delta. You can't see the ship, it's just all guns. Right?
Cover Aurora up all 4 corners like...
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So anyway, more good stuff. I mean, obviously we're building up. I don't know. Chris uses sign language. We could watch this for an hour.
Yeah.
There's a great link. If you check my Twitter feed, guys, there's a tweet I put out, and I can't remember the guy's name who made it, but I did a link to his little video there, and he put Chris Roberts, all his gestures and stuff to music. And he goes through like several things of how Chris uses his hands to talk, and it was pretty entertaining. It was good stuff. It was definitely good stuff. So what else happened this week that we were going to talk about? Obviously, we've touched upon a little bit with the SciTech farm controls, but we still haven't heard anything. And I was kind of going to ask Gio, what do you think about the Logitech acquisition of SciTech? Gio, what do you think about that? You think it's good thing, bad thing?
Well, definitely a good thing. Anybody's better than Mad Cats. I know some people are like, well, they were like, Logitech is not the best. These headphones I'm using right now are better than the $300 ones I have. I had some Sennheisers down here. These are better than those. Are more comfortable, real nice, and they were cheaper. As far as how long it will take, me working in the factory, it's going to take maybe 6 months to get the different parts out. Because I don't know what Mad Cat's kind of place deal they had in, but however long it took them to put the bad parts in, when SciTech started falling off, that's how long it's going to take to put the good stuff in. So I don't know what kind of third-party companies are going to go through for their parts and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as the Star Citizen controller, I definitely wouldn't hold my breath on that. We may not see that until next year around this time, maybe next six time.
And I think it's going to be whether they can even broker a deal, because obviously Star Citizen talked to Logitech prior to the SciTech agreement, right? And because they went around to all the different game companies and they didn't come to a conclusion there. So hopefully something's changed with the dynamics now. But for me, it'd be a whole, like, that deal's scrapped. We're going to have to renegotiate a whole new deal if they even go together and on all that stuff. I do think it's better. I am a Logitech fanboy on certain things. I love their keyboards and their mice. I have one of their 3D Max 3D flight sticks that I bought 20 years ago. It's okay, but they are not a flight stick company, and that's why this acquisition makes sense for them, right? Because, like, getting a company that makes these things, hopefully bring the Logitech quality to it, they'll get something done. But they have not changed their flight stick for over 20 years. They've had one. That's the only one they've had. It's kind of like the Logitech gamepad. It's also crap. It's like, this is all we got. This is what we did. They're a keyboard mouse company. That's what Logitech is. They make good headsets, keyboards, mice, speaker systems. That's all.
And then
so hopefully this
I
will
was just
improve
amazed. I mean, they got it for what, 13 million or something like that, or 15?
It was 13, 18. I can't remember, somewhere in that range. Yeah.
I mean, it was not cheap, but for a company to purchase that, I mean, that's pretty cheap for them, especially on the rise with VR stuff coming, all these space sims. I think it was just perfect timing for them.
Well, I think people are consolidating around it, right? Because, like, some of these companies only do peripherals, like Logitech. They don't have a VR system. And if they don't consolidate and figure out their brand and all that stuff, then they're going to get drowned out by the guys who make the VR systems. And then they're going to sit there and start making their own keyboards and mice and all this stuff too. So it's a battle of peripherals right now. That's for sure.
Oh, there's definitely big money in it. And that's why if I was Logitech, I would definitely just honor the deal, especially with Star Citizen. Star Citizen has not even reached its peak. Not by far. I mean,
this is the beginning.
More people.
This is the beginning, really. I mean, for the wider public, if you were here with Star Citizen right now, like, you were here at the beginning of when it starts to go public, in my mind. You know what I mean?
It's going to be like World of Warcraft. I mean, in the beginning, I bet you no one really thought about it until now. You look at it, 10, 15 years later, the game's still going strong. Yeah. And now everyone just wants to make peripherals and stuff for them. Oh, yeah. That's how Star Citizen's going to be, but it's going to take a company that sees the vision to work with us to make an awesome
once
product.
They see the numbers, right? When the numbers start, I mean, we're already 1.5. Once this goes wide and we start getting into 5, 10 million people and all that stuff, it's like people will be hammering down the door. I mean, that's just how it go.
See, and that's the important part. They see that 1.5 million.
Yeah.
What percentage are going to use controller? What percentage are going to just stick to their mouse and keyboard and be, cheap or whatever, not even deal with the HOTAS? And how many guys are really big HOTAS guys? And are they going to buy the cheap HOTAS, or are they going to buy the $500 one with the touchscreen OLED? See, they're looking at all that with that 1.5.
I'm in the wheelhouse of people are buying $500, pledges to help back the game that have a digital spaceship attached to it. They're willing to invest that kind of money in their control systems if they're good enough. And I think the real standoff thing and the reason they haven't had as many people come to the table isn't because the companies, it's because Chris Roberts' quality control. He wants it to be the way he wants it. He wants control over it. He wants it to be good. And so I'm 100% sure that, like, when people phone in and be like, hey, we'll just put a sticker on this controller we made 5 years ago, they'll be like, fuck that. We don't want that. We want something customized for our game. And so that's been a big roadblock. SciTech is probably the only people doing it. Yeah, absolutely.
They sent them back like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mad Cats thought they were going to just bullshit their way in there. I guess it was like, we bargained for more than what we were supposed to get. But when it comes to building a high quality product, it has to be there. Like, even with my pedals, when I was looking at pedals, it's such a niche market right now. Like, I had to spend $500 on these. These are or $400. I'm sorry. the MFG crosswinds.
Yep.
I mean, these are some of the best pedals that money can buy right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a niche thing right now. I had to spend big money on that or get these little cheap ass CF pedals.
Yeah,
it's just not a market for it right now.
Yep.
So as soon as it grows and some of these flight sims and VR games come out, I think Logitech is going to wake up and say, okay, especially when the VR comes.
Well, yeah, because people want to be that immersed in the game. If you're spending $400 on, something to $400 to, let's be honest, the VR is just going to get more expensive because it's going to get better. Mm-hmm. They're going to have ones $1,200, $2,000 units because people are going to buy that for their complete computer experience. We'll drop, I have, back in the day, this monitor setup would have been $800, $1,200. People are buying a monitor that's $2,000 now, so it's purely realistic to think about that going that way. So definitely. And I did see CH Wheels said something real quick about since Logitech took over SideTech, their contracts come with them. That's true and not true, because in the contract language, if you ever look down, if you've ever been a part of that industry, which my buddy pointed out to me, he said a lot of times contracts are on a case-by-case basis, which are renegotiated with each affirming party on something that's not under production when they do a company acquisition. So we don't know unless we know the terms of the contract. It could have scrapped their whole deal when they got bought out and nobody's liable. Yeah, but we don't know.
It's probably a contract that both companies can probably both walk away from.
Yeah, or they get some residual payout
they can give
or
them
something
mocked up.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, what do you think of this? This is the design we would like to do this. Then do you want to go into a larger contract? I mean, we'll see, because CIG again, Chris might be like, no, it's not to the quality that I want.
Or I don't have the control over the product they want, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, any terms of the contract they don't like, they can walk away from. Or they could have got a penalty payout. They could have got Star Citizen could have got some money because they fell through on the contract part of that, $14-17 million deal. They could have got a few $100,000 for sorry, we're going to terminate this contract. We can't fill our needs, because that's just part of when you violate a contract. There's penalties paid one way or another. That's usually just part of the natural contract order. So we don't know until they tell us. Hopefully they'll say something.
SciTech ain't going anywhere. I mean, it could very well happen. And they could still, stay very much like a relevant company. I mean, Logitech has already, branded themselves inside the SciTech website.
Yep.
It's already there. They're not getting rid of anything. They're still very much, pumping out the games that they want to show that their controllers can play with. It doesn't mean we're not going to get it, but I guess it is a looming question of is it going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's with some guy. Mm-hmm. He was like, they're not going to change. Logitech's not going to change the quality that Mad Cat's hitting. I said, yes, they will, because SciTech is still going to be tied to Logitech. If people find out that Logitech is letting these, SciTech joysticks be shit still, that's going to look real bad on Logitech with their mice and keyboards and everything. Word's going to get around. So they're going to want to replace those cheap-ass parts, put something more better in there, better quality, and keep it moving, because they don't want to keep those Mad Catz parts in there, trust me.
Well, and it's about making money, right, end of the day. I mean, if they know, okay, what the company's done before is not making them money, and put them in the position to be purchasable, right, by Logitech, because it's you guys are floundering, we'll bail you out, and we'll buy you up for this. And they wouldn't do that if they didn't think they're going to make money off of it. So, and obviously keeping it the way it was is not working. So, hopefully they'll make positive changes and not just try to, go cheaper parts and try to throw stickers on shit. But Logitech has a history of doing quality shit, Mm-hmm. So they don't stay updated as current as some of the other stuff, but their stuff lasts forever, in my opinion.
Yeah. The webcam I'm on, Logitech. I mean, this is one of the best webcams I
have. C920s all day. I got two.
All day. All day. It's only getting replaced by the Stargazer because of the features on it in the 60 FPS. But other than that, I would be still using this camera.
Yep. My G700 mouse is I got mad one day and I broke the thumb button off the thing and it still works. The whole thing still works. And I got an extra one in the closet because I went out and bought another one because I was like, that thing's badass. And so mice don't last with me as many hours as I game. But this one's badass, and so I had to buy two. So, but we'll move on from controllers. But I just wanted to, address that real quick. We need to keep a watch out on that, and we don't need to pay feet to the fire over it, but I think it's important that we kind of know what's happening with the control systems and all that stuff, and watch Logitech. I think there's going to be some good stuff come out of there.
Speaking of controls, did you get my video of that mouse?
Of the mouse?
Yes. It's in the chat for Skype.
For Skype? Oh, yep. I don't want to touch that. Put it in Discord. Can you put it in Discord?
Let me
chat?
put it in Discord.
Yeah, put it in there.
For all you guys who suck at mouse and keyboard like me, you guys may like this.
Yeah, put it in Discord chat. You can put it, you have access to like Space Bro.
Oops, I think I messaged it to
you. Oh yeah, I was watching this.
You can put it in there too. It's wherever you want.
There you go. I just messaged it.
Okay. That up real quick.
Yeah, for all you people that suck on mouse, this may be your bet. I did back on Kickstarter, so I will have a review of it whenever I get it. It's supposed to come out towards the end of this year. But like tilting on Star Marine, you could tilt the corner like this, or you could fly the plane and tilt your mouse. It's real crazy. He's going to show you the video.
Hey everyone, it's Grant and Dan here from Swift.
Up here. We'll mute it. But you can see like all the control system. Geo can kind of walk you through some of it there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So it tilts too, huh?
Yeah, it has tilt control. What else does it have? It has so many programmable buttons. I forgot how many buttons it had that was programmable.
It actually looks really nice and natural because one of the things I like about the G700 series is it has the 4 thumb controls, but you can lay your thumb like it does there where it has the pad to glide on. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the pivot on that.
Yeah, you're straight from left to right. Oh, that's sick. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Even with the driving gears, that's why I was hoping they could send like something new Star Citizen to get this like
so you could actually get almost like a 6-axis controller out of a mouse with tilt and the precision of the mouse all in one movement. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah, that was insane. When I seen that, I was like, I was drooling because some games I just cannot stand using the damn buttons. I just want to do everything with the mouse. So this may be a way to it.
It almost gives you trackball capability. You know what I mean? Where it's like you could tilt and do weird stuff that some of these guys do with the funky controllers that I can't even dream of.
Yeah, and at the bottom they have like it's like a Velcro, but you could put like this. It's like a round thing at the bottom, so when you're flying a plane, you don't have to lift it up. You could just tilt it on your desk or ship or whatever the case may be, and just tilt it.
Yep.
That's pretty.
I'm looking at it's Indiegogo. It's sick.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was Kickstarter. It may be on Indiegogo now, where you could back too. I don't know. I know originally I got it on Kickstarter.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, if you guys want to check out that video, we'll get it dropped over in chat for you and stuff. But yeah, I like that.
I just dropped it in Indiegogo on chat. It's there. Sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good find there. I'm gonna look into that too. How much did you say you had to back that for originally?
I think originally was it 150. I think.
Ooh. I see right here 159.
That's a mouse, baby.
Right there. Close. Yeah,
that's pretty hot.
I mean, that's how much I pretty much almost paid for this. I think this Razer does do that cool shit. So
estimated in 2016 in December. Very nice.
Oh wow,
you're getting your soon,
pretty
man.
close. Well, I'll have to peep into that, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Yeah, is it? Do you know if it works on? Is it both, or is it only coming right-handed, or can you do right or left?
You know what? That's a good question.
I wonder.
I have no.
Most of them are. I'm predominantly right-handed, but I know to ask that question because people always ask me if everything's ambidextrous or not because we got people out there that are just curious, you know. So no, we haven't talked about the Gamer Nexus with Sean Tracy. We're actually gonna be playing part of that video on the after show too because I haven't watched it all yet.
We did praise Gamer Nexus for his awesome articles with real sources and real faces with real names.
He does some amazing videos, and his one-on-ones with Chris, even from the first time I backed, watching about the zoning system he did and stuff even then, he's done some really good, just level-headed things and kind of just like ask the right question, let Chris go, and you get all the info just pouring out of him. And it's really nice, so it's good. But we do want to touch upon here some of the new UI interfaces that they're talking about here for the universe. So they're updating it so we don't have that like bland electronic, all that stuff. You got the PU, you got Arena Commander, Star Marine coming out. I mean, these are beautiful menu systems.
Yep.
And I think it gives the game a lot more, professional look than where it was. So I think coming into that, I mean, look at that. You get your hanger selection right there. Everything's there. We don't have to go to 16 menu systems and go over to a website to try to link something in. This is going to be hot. This is going to be hot. Yep. I'm going to love this.
Press back, start over there. Return, back, return.
Social spaces. There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's half the reason people ask me, Mitachi, why don't you refit all the weapons on your ships? I'm like, I ain't going to the fucking website and buying new weapons and doing all that stuff. When it's in the game, I'll do it. I fly everything default and call me lazy or whatever, but I want it in the game. I just want to be able to interface with the game and not interface with 16 things to do something. But this is amazing stuff, and I'm super hyped about this. But I'm even more hyped because they're going to get up here about obviously Squadron 42 Cup. But no, about the mobiglass. Like, oh, here we go. And they show.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
The watermelon helmet.
The watermelon helmet. The watermelon helmet. I think I had another shot of it here. There we go. There's the blow up.
Watermelon.
There they go. We were like, what? I'm like, yep. All over it.
That's obviously the strongest helmet in the game, and I'm not trying to argue with anybody.
Yep. Yeah, and Moon had an idea for some cool visual effects with it too. It's like, like, go ahead.
Yeah, if we can't have like blood and guts and brains, imagine if like you shot a guy with a watermelon helmet and like watermelon went flying.
Watermelon seeds. Would be awesome. Yeah. His whole head pops like watermelon. Just be good. And hello, port customization like this, I'm into, dude. So much. I mean, I bitched about the holo table to begin with, and I know they're like, well, it's not gone forever, whatever. I don't care. If it's like this, and if they have some sort of interface where eventually I can do it on my mobiglass too, I'll be into it, man. Because if you could be flying out on a mission, you're talking to your boys in the ship, like we're all in a Connie, and we're like, all right, we're going to get back in there, guys, but we need a couple Mustangs. We need that Retaliator fit up and be like, I'm on it. And I'll be fitting up my Retaliator on a screen like this in-game while everybody's getting ready to fly back so we can retool, refit, and get back in the heat of it. That's what it's about. That is an awesome interface. I know it's going to be between menu systems, but I'm still telling you, CIG, I want to see it happen on the mobiglass too, because you can do all this on the mobiglass. Any of these interfaces will happen eventually, and I am just super hyped about being able to fit stuff up, see stats, and see the fucking ship, and see the parts, and see where the parts go. I mean, that's all.
I just noticed on that last menu, it was a future Glock. That's so awesome, because I have a Glock.
There you go. What model Glock you got?
I got a 16.
See, I used to have a Glock 21.
No, this was a 23.
23? Yeah.
Yeah.
My Glock 21 was beautiful. Loved it.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Good to see that the Glock's made it in the future.
Yep.
Very reliable gun, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that menu, that's definitely what I was waiting for. I'm like you.
Yep.
I didn't want to do the whole going to the website crap and all that. No. I just want to see it on the screen in game, and I'll get into all the stats then.
Yeah, and even what they did more recently, I mean, it's, with the fitting, like you out to port all, sorry, try to snap your stuff on there. It still just doesn't link up right. And, it's
so
it's
janky.
Yeah, it really is. Right here, look at this. This is like sexy stuff. You got a single player, multiplayer, really, really clear stuff. You're in Arena Commander. Do you want to play this? Because, I mean, if you think about the menu interface now, if people are brand new to the game, and I tried to explain to a guy to go to Vandal Swarm, and he's got to go through all these interfaces to try to get there and then flip through it, and I'm like, don't go to the wrong one, because you go to the wrong one, you're playing multiplayer, and then you'll get hosed by everybody, and you'll be mad, and you won't want to play.
Yeah.
So
what's Drone Sim and Spectre match?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Oh, come on, bro.
It's like, how about offline single player right there? Just boop. That's it. Just like hit the button, and this is so much better. And I'm telling you right now, lowering the bar and making it look professional and clean like this, it will allow so many of my friends that might have stood off from the game to get into it and then start to unravel the onion and get into the deeper layers of it right here. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be great for the game. Yep. I'm super hyped about it.
Huge. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be glorious.
You're going to be a big guy. Big guy in Hollywood.
It's going to be the best Arena Commander ever.
That's right.
Love it.
And this, leaderboards, and I know this is kind of a mixed bag, right? People are like, some people hate leaderboards, some people love them, but I'm a supporter of leaderboards, even though I don't necessarily ever worry about where I am on them. I think it's important for leaderboards to be present, and I don't think everybody has to be, right at the top or anything. I think it's just other things.
Kronos is on top.
Yeah. Well,
that invite looks real clean, too.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what, I think it doesn't matter where you are on the board, but knowing who you're playing against and how you rate yourself, I think that helps. So, just my opinion. Just
And what you just said about the invite, look at the invite. That looks awesome. I like how it's not this like, oh, go and press the bracket button. It's not this like tiny thing that you kind of miss because it's it's blue and black and you hardly see it.
Yep.
It's bright. It's right there. You get into that match. It looks awesome.
Yep.
Different iteration. That's what happens. Iterations go through and stuff looks like this. And bitch right away. Like I knew all that stuff was temporary with the brackets and the ugly menu. It was just something to get us playing. But now look at this now.
Absolutely.
If it was looking like that towards beta getting close to launch, then we could start bitching. I'm not gonna be bitching in alpha though. I'm gonna let them do their thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One thing I'm scared about is the network stuff though. That's once they show me the
that
network
is
stuff is good.
So big a pinnacle in the game. And here is my favorite UI change: the mobiglass.
Yeah.
This is so good, man. I know it's work in progress, but I'm like, to have all the different things, it's like your fucking phone. You can literally change out what apps you want, what's important to you. You'll be able to have that stuff in a drop down. If you're a mission runner, you'll be able to see mission queue up, what's coming up next, what's your wallet at, what mission you got current, all that stuff. If you're a transport guy, you can see your cargo, you can assess your how much inventory you got, what all's calling up, you can check trades. I mean, this is so good. This is so good. They gotta
give us an app on our phone for that.
Oh my god!
Because I would love to tinker with that. Like while I'm at work thinking about Star Citizen.
Phones and tablets should definitely. This should be something I could sit my phone down at my desk, and if I want to scroll through my mobiglass here, I should be able to do it. It should be really. Oh man! I mean, this is a hot app waiting to happen here.
Yeah, and then you can manage stuff like
CIG. I'll pay you $5 for that for sure, and I'm sure the other 1.5 million would too. So
well, they already said that we're going to get that thing, but I don't know if it's going to be with the mobiglass. I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah. I mean, look at the weapon stuff. It's like, this is the things I like. You have the weapon, and not only do you have the equip now and stuff that we have to do now through the scroll menu and all that silly stuff, but it's got deliver too. So if we're going to an area and we need to deliver a bunch of guns there, or we need to have our weapons loaded out where we're going to, they'll transport there. And I love that because it's not like, boom, gun fall out of the sky, you have a Glock, or you have a Behringer rifle. It's got to be there. That means you have to transport stuff, and that means stuff has to happen. So it creates a contract for somebody else to move the guns, and then pirates are like, hey, there's guns being moved. I want to know if like all of a sudden the guns disappear and like all this stuff, does it notify you like somebody stole your guns? That'd be cool.
Yeah. On TeamSpeak, I used to do that with my friends. I had to use the app, kind of on a different scale. On our gauge, my plans and stuff would grow, and I would have like, okay, I got a package for you to take to the island. I'm at work. Can you do it for me? And you could take a chunk out of it. So we used to do work like that on that game. So hopefully I can do the same thing on here.
Yeah. I love Arcade for the boats. The boats were the best thing in the world. I love it. It's out there forever.
I love the trading too.
The trading's not bad, but the land grab thing just put me off. And then the pay to win with the, bringing in the whole end elements they did. That was it. That was nail in the coffin. But it was good to start with for us.
Yeah, it sure was. I played, man. I put a lot of hours in that, man.
Yep. I got some streams though. You can check my YouTube. I got them on there, but I just went on the boat, sank people all day. It was fun.
You see this right here?
Yep.
How you can swap out your reticle, your butt, the stock, the barrel. You can change all this like on the fly. I don't know if it's on the fly. Maybe you'd have to go to a seller.
And you can change out the lever grip.
Yeah.
For how you rack back the weapon and stuff. I mean, you can change so much.
Insane.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
That's like on what was that, Ghost Recon? I forgot which Ghost Recon it was.
Yeah.
But it was like so detailed. It has a menu and all the parts you could swap out. Yep. Looks like they're going for that type of detail.
The only thing I don't see here that I want to see is I want to see loadouts. I want to see when I refactor a weapon or I refactor my ship or I have a configuration, I want a loadout to where I can sit there and switch between this mode and this mode. If I want the silencer stealth set up on a weapon, I want to be able to click that. If I have the inventory for it, I fit it all up. Same thing with the ship. I know people like the immersion. I'm going to go out there and like mount my tarantula and all that. I don't want that. I want button click, boom, my ship's fit up. Even if it has a time stamp and it takes 2 minutes, I don't give a shit. I just don't have to do it myself. That way when I get to the dock, I can pick up my ship and I can roll. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's how I am in ARM. I like my gun set up because it's a hassle setting everything up every time you go in. So I got presets when I go in ARM. Like, okay, it's my science class, it's my LMG class. And that's
a real struggle for me right now, with ships especially. Like with ships, it's like, okay, we're going to do this and this. I want to be able to refit ships on the fly because let's say you run an organization, right? and you're going to go out on a mission, and you have all these org-based ships, right? The org owns like 10 sabers, right? I want to have them fit and just put pilots in them and go. I don't want to, it's like, hey, I'm going to use loadout 291 on this ship, and this ship, and as long as we have inventory for it, there it goes. And then the machine tells me, oh, you're missing 6 of these, 7 of those. Let's buy that shit. We'll have it delivered, and then we'll just fit them, and it's done. And I don't have to worry about it. That's what I want to see at the next level. And I'm not criticizing this.
I'm sure it will.
Next level,
I'm sure it will be, though.
I'm hoping so.
That's where it will be.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need those loadouts, and that's going to be hot. And I like how they went over the top and said, hey, you can color change this, 256 colors, whatever you want. You can make it pink. You can make it blue. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, people told to get killed with a hot pink gun.
but how many of the female gamers are going to have, like, the hot pink mobiglass, and they'll be out there, like, being all stealthy, and then they'll, like, look at their mobiglass, and everybody's like, there she is.
Yeah, that RGB looking like my damn computer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zane's out there killing it, man. I'm proud of him, man. He fucking moved. I hope they're paying him real good. He moved. Give him
a bonus.
Killing the UI stuff.
Look at that. So good. And he's like, and we're making it so you can drop down any of these icons to anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want your porn, we can just make a button for it. Just
Moby porn.
There it is. So good, man.
Yeah.
So good. But again, I mean, this was the final thing that I wanted to talk about as far as what I saw this week. I mean, really the mobiglass, I think they need to link everything to this. So as a pilot or a player, you can sit there and link into it. You can have a good time with it. And it's going to link us together. It's going to make it so awesome. And if they want to do eventually video phone calls, don't get too many ideas, Chris Roberts, but we can do that player to player. We can use comms on it. We can do all that stuff. I'm so ready for this stuff. It's going to be amazeballs. So let's we'll go around the room. We're going to talk about what everybody's got coming up this week, what they're looking forward to for the next week. Guys, we have a questions section on Discord. If you would please drop some questions in there, that would be awesome sauce. And we'll go through the Q&A part of the show right after we get done with letting everybody pimp their wares, so to speak. So, Gio, what do you got going on? Where can people find you? Tell them a little bit about what you got coming up here, man.
Well, you guys can find me on YouTube, Jill Get Money, my Twitch, Jill Get Money, and my Twitter, unfortunately, I got a new account. It's real Jill Get Money. I know it sounds stupid, but something I come up with. But what I got coming up this week is, of course, CitizenCon. I will be out there this week. Got my new camera gear, my new lenses, all that stuff. I'm about to show these clowns how journalism.
I just lost his audio.
Just lost his audio.
Just me?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Gio?
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
There we go.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Nobody can hear me, so we just shut you off. That's what happened.
Yeah, I was saying though, CitizenCon is a big thing this week. I'm gonna show these clowns at Shitaku what real journalism is.
There you go.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm gonna meet a whole bunch of citizens. I think that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see everyone.
Awesome. That's going to be great. So, guys, be looking out for Gio out there at CitizenCon. I threw a link up to his channel up there. Make sure you guys are going over to his YouTube. Please subscribe over there. Throw some comments on his stuff and, give him some hype on that. Make sure you're following him on Twitter as well. That's how I get all my Gio information is when the tweets go out. I click on it, and it happens, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. All right, Moon, what do you got coming on, man?
Doing the same thing I do every day. Hey, you know how I go do the podcast every other week? Well, I'm going to be doing it every week. So Monday,
turning it up.
I think we got Sophie Girl on Monday.
Nice.
So doing the Moonbase podcast. We stream every day except for Sundays. Just going hard on Twitch.
Nice.
Doing what we do. I'm trying to play other games. I'm doing like a longer stream. Doing a little bit of GTA. I didn't do it today. Yeah, GTA is a lot of fun.
I got an edge. I've been looking for people to play it. No one plays it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you watch Gio, a lot of the Star Citizen streamers have been rotating over to GTA, and a lot of them been playing, what is that, Osiris game that's been coming out?
Yes.
I've seen so many people. I clicked on Star Citizen, all my follows. I'm like, what is this space game everybody's playing? And they've all been playing that. It's a hot.
Yeah, whenever
hot
I do stream, I will be doing. It's going to be like FPS and space games. That's probably what I'm going to really stick to. And then sometimes stuff like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm still gonna be sticking to doing Star Citizen from 6 to 10, but like if I can do like a 4 to 6 and do some GTA and just swap it up, get some of the guys from the community and playing and stuff like that. Doing it that way, it's a lot easier.
It's awesome.
My biggest fear is just burning myself out on SC if I live stream every day like that. I don't want to do that.
I don't know anybody that would play Star Citizen every day of the week for anywhere from 10 hours a day, because they'd be crazy, especially to start giving out prizes and doing all that stuff and trying to get partnered. They're nuts. I don't know who would do that, but so for the rest of the time,
Madman.
Anyway, there you go. But anyway, make sure you guys are following Moon, give him some love, and you got to check out his podcast.
Follow me
it's
on
really
Twitter.
good.
Follow me on Twitter too.
Yeah.
The
Get him on
Moonshiner
Twitter.
5. Moonshiner 5.
That's the only way you guys find out when we do impromptus too, because I got my regular stream scheduled during the week, but when I'm about to pop on, I get on Twitter, I tell you guys, hey, this is what's going on, especially for giveaways too. It's like if you want to know if we're doing a giveaway or something, that's the time to hit it up. That's the time to hit it up for sure, because then you'll know, hey, something's going down, and if you're not on Twitter, you won't know what we're doing. And I told guys that hate Twitter, just put it on your computer then, because it'll pop up, go doop, and you'll love it, and you'll know, there's some stuff.
I will say this: Star Citizen has made Twitter so much fun. I used to hate Twitter too.
Yep.
Until the Star Citizen community, I started following all Star Citizen people. It's been so much fun now.
Yep. Because
it's like my favorite website.
We all talk on there. We all find all the info and stuff, and that's where we hit it up, and it's just good.
Yeah. Good times.
Got Frog, you're not too old.
Twitter, I used to too.
Yeah. Got Frog, you're not too old. I got my grandfather. He's 83 on Twitter now. So everybody's on there, man. You don't have to be like that. It's all good.
It's something like you just said. I mean, it's the community, because at least it's not like just going out there and you're pimping your own stuff. It's like we're so much of a larger group of people that it's like, there's Techno Kitty, or there's like somebody like there's like so many people on it,
and I'll find content from other people that I even know because I follow Moon, and Moon might see somebody else and he'll say, hey, check this out, and I'm like, oh. And there's so much good stuff there. And I'll tell you what, the info that flows on Twitter is faster than even the Reddit, because like somebody sees something, it's like bink, and then you're on that stuff and you're first in. So it's really good to be able to follow along everybody on there and just stay with it.
I think I found out about you guys. It was great. I think we retweeted one of your streams. That's how I found out about you guys. So if it wasn't for Twitter, I wouldn't have found you guys. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's all. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's just connections, dots, butterfly effect.
Right.
It's amazing.
Coming together.
Bring it on. So anyway, so again, make sure you're following both these guys, man, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch, and hitting that up. And we are going to have a giveaway here in a little while, and you will have to at least follow. Do you have a Twitch account too, Gio?
Yes.
You do? If you get me that link, I'll make sure they do that. And then if you can check, because we're going to make sure they follow all three of us to win the prize. Because if they don't, so you'll get some bump up on your Twitch all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's funny. I got 500 followers, but I haven't been streaming. That's the sad thing.
Well, I know you're gonna get even more followers, and you haven't been streaming. So congratulations.
I got my new Stargazer, so I ain't spend money on that for no reason.
There you go. There you go. All right, and for me, guys, if you didn't already know, we have the stream schedule down below. But I stream Monday through Friday. I've been doing anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day. Almost 100% Star Citizen. I do plan on streaming some other games that are going to be coming out later on, but that's a post-CitizenCon thing. I'll probably be jumping into titles like I really want to play Mafia 3 really bad, because that title just looks hot to me. I love 2. I want to play 3. I'll be playing some Battlefield 1, even though some people give it a little bit of bad rep, and I agree the sniper rifles were bullshit on the last map. But the first one, for those guys who played in the actual alpha, that was amazing. That was a great map, good gameplay, and all that stuff. So I can't wait for that. So I'll be playing some Battlefield 1 as well.
I'm gonna keep it real. I want the shit on that game, and I end up really liking it.
Yeah,
I like that game more than I thought. Like the snipering was way too easy. I do agree.
Yeah,
because I'm a sniper guy, and I love the skill that it takes. But it was just like a fucking laser. Like
no bullet drop from World War I weapons. Good luck.
I get it. We're better than the Barretts and shit on Battlefield 4. I'm like, what the hell?
When you're sniping pilots out of a plane coming and dive bomb, you know there's something up there. But the tanks were amazing. The things in the game were really amazing, and it's fun gameplay that people can get into. And so I'm gonna play it. I don't like EA, not an Origin fan, But
I hate them. I hate like I do. But Dice is a real good developer. They just put a shitty fucking.
Yeah.
No, I can't stand them.
But much love there. So I gotta do it for the Battlefield one because it's gonna be
same with Mass Effect.
Yep. And if you do, as much as I don't want to pep Origin, if you do pay the $5 a month for the Origin monthly sub, you get all the Mass Effects, you get all the old Battlefields, you get to play all that stuff, and then you can cut it off anytime you want. So if you ever get nostalgic and you want to play some of the old hits from the good games that are under the Origin brand, you can always hit that up. Plus, you get 10% off your purchases. So if you don't got a code or something for like a Battlefield game, you can sub that up, play it for a month, boom, get the title cheaper, and then get off that jam. So it's good. It's good stuff. All right. So other than that stuff, guys, we also obviously do the Space Bro Show every Friday at 10:30. We got an epic thing right now. We're doing the Kraken giveaways. We've been giving away $1,000 worth of spaceships from now to CitizenCon, which looks like we might give them all away before CitizenCon even happens. We're currently all the way up to, I think we're unlocking the Constellation with 12 subs now. So if we get 12 more subs, we unlock that. Then after that, we got the Terrapin with LTI. Then after that, we got a Carrack with LTI we're giving away. So we got all kinds of shit. Bruh. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. And if we run out of ships, then we're going to be buying more ships for the CitizenCon stream, because we're going to be streaming all weekend since I don't get to go. And we're streaming a 12-hour stream on the day of CitizenCon. We'll be starting at 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to have some of the bros calling in from out there in sunny California, hanging out with us for a little bit, telling us before the show about the hype, and then after show, when they're embarrassing drunk, they're going to call in too, and we'll cut them off when they get rampant, but tell us their impressions.
I'm going to be periscoping, live streaming, all that good stuff, so you guys are definitely going to want to follow me.
Absolutely. Well, you have to call in, man. You just call in on Skype, and we're going to be putting people on there, pimping your stuff, and just say, hey, man, what do you think for a couple minutes, and letting you get back to the party. So that's what we're going to be doing the whole weekend. We got Toy Grubbing going out there with the Space Bro shirts. Hopefully, they're supposed to be here on Monday, so we'll be mailing those out. And we're going to have all sorts of good stuff happening out there. So be sure to follow us along for that. Follow us along for the prizes, and consider subscribing so you can get all these other things unlocked, and we can keep boosting the channel as I keep on the road to partnership, we hope, with Twitch eventually. They didn't like my 250 subs, so hopefully we'll get them 350. Maybe they want some of that. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, guys, make sure to stay on YouTube, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. And let's get over to some questions for the guys, and I'll start this giveaway. Today we are giving away a $10 Star Citizen gift card after we give away these Brobucks real quick to somebody. Looks like Curb won 2,000 Brobucks. And we do reset them out after the after show tonight.
Robux.
Robux are good. That's how you get the booty.
Yeah. Booty.
So, that's right. So we're going to do keyword of bros for a $10 gift card for Star Citizen, of course.
What's that?
It's this game. I heard it's vaporware. I don't know. It's like
vaporware JPEG.
Yeah, vaporware JPEG shit. Yeah. Something. Like that. So make sure you get in that, guys. We'll get that thing started. All right. Now you will have to be a follower of all our Twitches. So, do we get the link for yours, Gio?
Yeah, I sent it in the Discord chat.
Yeah, it's been popping up.
Nice. All right. So if we can keep the mods going on that too, I'll make a command for that. So, can you see the questions, man?
Yeah, I can see the questions.
Yep. Did you want to pull one out of there while I edit this command? So
sure. Let's do the first one from Zendoxis. Question: How should ship to people scanning be? Should all levels of scanning be able to pick up players either EVA in space or planetside? Think of the 3.0 demo when the freelancer was on planet.
That's a good question.
Well, that's like, in 2.5 they kind of introduced, because you never used to be able to see people in EVA, and now they kind of introduced like that new white triangle that shows floating on the EVA person. Mm-hmm. Which I'm not a big fan of it.
No,
I don't like ships being able to see me.
I'm okay with it as long as they have equipment fit for that. I think it should be equipment based, or there'd be some way to mitigate it. Right now, it's like if I want to board your ship, not only do I not have interdiction, I don't have a way to easily get on your ship besides EVAing up to it, right? I have no weapons that can take out your ship. And now you're going to make it so all the motherfuckers in the ships can see me? That's bullshit. I just don't like it. I just want some way to mitigate that. I'm okay with it being a system as long as there's a counter to it. And there's no counter to being seen on their systems.
Well, like right now, it's also like it's like innate. Like it's already there. Like, you should definitely have to like press the golf button to scan the area for people. It shouldn't just be like, oh, there's a dude floating over there. Let me shoot at him.
Because right now it's just if they're in front of you, you see them at a certain range. I think it's under 50 meters or something. So I don't know. That's my take on that. What do you think, Gio? Do you like being seen on ship radar right off the bat?
No, I kind of wanted to take a little longer. It was a little too quick in the video. They showed the distance. That's the big question for me. Like, how far? Like, would you guys see me like halfway across the galaxy, or like? I'm pretty sure some of the bigger ships will have bigger scanners. Like something like a Carrack, you can probably scan a good size area, but you got something like a 315p size ship is probably like a smaller size area. So,
and that's an interesting idea too. What if bigger ships couldn't pick up like people because they're looking for larger vessels? Their scanners a little bit different, and smaller ships could see people or something. It's like maybe you wouldn't detect people EVAing onto like an Idris because they're too small to see them on the radar system or something like that, and maybe you need different systems. So that's kind of interesting too. Let's thought of that.
Especially with the stealth stuff. Like what kind of stealth mechanics are we going to see? Because then they'll pop up real small on the radar too. So they'll probably think the ship is a small threat, like a Merlin or something. It's going to be like a Warden though. So we'll have to see how that turns out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We didn't really break into it today, but like how they talked about like scanning and how scanning is going to work. How scanning right now is an all-encompassing device. Like you get your ships, and then things that are like in the way. That's all like in one thing. And how scanning will be like, I guess we'll have two kinds of ways of a scanning person. Like once you lock onto a target, you can continue to like pull data off of it. And then we'll have the scanner that shows us things that are, I guess, what was it, EM and IR. So things that are like radiating heat and things that are giving off
different
electromagnetic fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was super exciting. Them talking. Yeah. I mean, it was very in depth and kind of confusing what they were saying in reverse the verse today, but it's what we're seeing right now in game, and it's hard for us to imagine what they were saying to us because we're so used to our scanning now, which is really it's all in one. It's super easy.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I agree. I mean, I think it's hard for us because they don't know. Artists aren't really always the best people in describing something that they don't have drawn out, and they might have a vision for something, and we're seeing that first iteration. But without them having some context for us to see what they're visualizing, sometimes it's lost upon us, And that's my problem too, especially with the scanning stuff. I don't know if they're going to go all in the direction that I would like to see it, but what I've seen so far doesn't bother me. That's where I walk away with. Like right now, if you look at what we just shown with those UI screens, and you look at the mobiglass, look at where they're going from where the first iteration is. Right? So I can't really complain about the scanning yet. I want to feel it and touch it and see what that's about, because the first iterations of the mobiglass and the UI interfaces for these different screens were okay, but they're going to an amazing level you see right there. I mean, so I have a lot of faith in what they'll do. So I think we'll be okay. So I'd agree with that. So the next question we're skipping.
Yeah, I was going to say skipping.
Yeah, that one was fun.
No, I'm not doing that.
Best not to give that any kind of attention.
No, just not.
I'll give that person more piss.
There you go. Yeah, and you can find out the secret question if you look inside the question thread. Anyway,
where you guys can leave a question as well.
Exactly, you guys can leave more questions there if you like to. Let's see. Mayonnaise asks. He says, "Do you think the NPCs in the PU/Squadron 42 will react to your character if they are not wearing any clothes?"
If the NPCs are not wearing clothes, I
don't know. Well, that's the way it's worded. If they aren't, but I mean, let's say either way. If there's nudity involved, will there be a reaction, or will they go about their day as if nothing's wrong?
Yeah, I hope people call my character crazy if they see me naked. Like, he's a madman. What is wrong with him? Because I'm that type of guy. I like to see what the NPCs, how they're going to react to what I do.
I would hope if they say they react to like spilled beer, like what they were saying there, they would probably react to dicks out. You know, I think that would also be the thing.
Harambe.
Like, yeah, or Harambe.
Harambe.
And so if you had any of that action happening, I would hope there'd be some sort of reaction.
Dicks out for Chris Roberts.
There you go.
You know, Chris Roberts has said in the past that, like, you know, depending on your dress, NPCs would react to you differently.
That's
if
true.
Wearing,
He did.
Schmucky clothing. I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's talking about nudity in that one, but I do think he's talking about, like, the caste system as far as, like, if somebody's dressed really well or militarily or if they're dressed like a bum, you know, people would have different reactions to that. So that, I would say probably yes then.
In a way, it totally should be, because, like, you know, how many times, like, do you go to ArtCorp and see people, like, running around without pants?
I would love that if, like, security all of a sudden they came on one day and there's NPC security and they start tackling them. Like, sir, you have to put your pants on. It'd be like a streaker at a football game. What are you doing? Be perfect.
Space jail.
There you go. Space jail. Warwag had a question. He said, when do you think we will see the Vandal? Do you think they will do Vandal Swarm mode for Star Marine? I don't think we'll see this Vandal until Squadron 42 drops.
Well, we've seen some of them, didn't we? For that little clip they show with the language.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him in. I think as an NPC in the game, though, I don't think I think they have him ready for Star Marine, but I don't think they'll put him in there until after Squadron 42's out, because they want that to be our first, like, wow. Because Chris Roberts is definitely a presenter. He's you know, he's made movies and stuff like that. I'm sure he's going to want Squadron 42 to be your first real interaction as an NPC with the Vandal, like as a physical character in the game. And then we'll see iterations later on, and they'll have like a horde mode or something like that. I think in Star Marine, you're going to just fight other people to start with, and then they'll iterate on it later down the road.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, because they really haven't talked about having aliens as playable characters. So that's kind of like what you would have to do. Unless you're just throwing, you know, Vandal NPCs at a person in like a horde mode.
Yeah, I would like to see him in my first encounter in Squadron 42, though.
Me too. Me too. I don't want to see him as a canned character in like the NPC when they're trying to, you know, flesh out Star Marine, because, you know, the AI is not even there yet. Even if they have AI in there yet, we saw like the dude leaning his knee out and getting shot in the head and doing silly stuff out there in that. It was decent because they were using cover system in the visual stabilization little model, but I don't think they have the AI on to where they're like down to throw down, if you know what I mean. At this point, I think it's just getting there. So
and then there would be no surprise if we're fighting the Vandal that we knew their movement as soon as we got in the game, we would wreck their face. There'd be no surprise.
Yeah, I want that. Do it. I want that intimidation of like dude busts through the door and he's picking up Marines and just throwing them across the room, and I'm like dumping rounds into it. And I'm like, oh my God, he's not going down. What is
yelling
this
at us
about?
in his language?
Yeah, exactly. I definitely want to say that for Squadron 42.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise had another question here. He said, do you think they will ever sell some big Vandal ships like the Vandal counterpart to the Idris? So some of the cap ships and stuff like that.
Absolutely not. I don't think so. I think the last Vandal ship we seen, what was that? The Blade, I think? Because that one, they didn't have a limited amount of number. They just made sure everyone got one, because I think that was probably the last time. Because I really want to see that. I really want the bomber, but I don't think they're going to sell that. So,
yeah.
I just want one.
That old bomber was hot.
Yeah. I want one of the cleavers. It's and they'll never sell it because it's a deploy ship that comes off like the King ship to like punch through the hole and spill Vandal in there. It's a boarding ship. I want that because that thing be hot. It's like,
wasn't that? I thought that's called the Prowler. That's not the Prowler?
No,
the Prowler's another one. We are getting that one, but it's not the official real Prowler. It's like a model version of it.
Yeah.
So. Maybe that's what that's.
Yeah, the Cleaver's the one. If you look it up, it's actually, it looks like a bunch of spikes, and it folds out to that, and it basically has just a board, like boards in the side of the ship, and then just Vandal spill out of it. You know, it's pretty awesome looking.
I want that so bad.
But no, I agree with Gio. I don't think they're ever going to sell the caps or anything. I mean, I don't even think those things are actually modeled on the inside. I don't think they're there. And if they ever wanted to have a player ever own one, I think it would be an in-game challenge that would be like you have to clean out the ship and take it. That would be awesome if you had to actually take a Vanduul ship. Because the minute the UEE ever saw it, though, in safe space, they'd just nuke it. You know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense in the game. It's like, hey, look, there's moonshiners cruising around in a, Vanduul flagship, or any of that stuff. I just don't think they'd ever do that. I think it's going to be hard enough to explain people flying around on blades and everything else, so it'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah, and the Prowler is a Tavarian ship, not a Vanduul.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's still going to be a model version of the ship, though, too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at it, or I'm looking at some mock-ups of it, and it looks very much like the 4 blades or multiple blades that kind of stab into something.
Yep.
I don't know if that's the right
Absolutely.
thing. A Spear Prowler. This says a Spear Prowler. Huh. A Spear Prowler.
Look at the cleaver. Look at the cleaver.
Asperia made the glaive. So, yeah, they're the ones who make the fake models. Like the glaive.
It is the Tavaran. Yeah, it's infamous. Yeah, infamous Tavaran boarding craft.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I got it. Okay, y'all win.
You
win this time, Gadget.
Right. This time. So Mayonnaise followed up that question with, if you could take an alien species from another science fiction franchise and put it in game, which would it be and why? That's a good question. We'll start with Geo on that. What alien species from any genre, universe, whatever, would you like to see in the game and why?
Arachnids.
Arachnids.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, I would like those huge things coming at us and working as a team with 4 other guys taking those things down, or like just a large group and having ships and turrets to take those things down on planet side.
How about you? How about you, Moon?
Hold on, Arachnids, is that from Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I don't know. Borg? Is that terrible?
No, that's interesting. I mean, because we don't have any cybernetic type beings or anything like that. Something that's mass.
Big old Borg cube.
Well, the reason that's good too is because they're the closest thing to actual space zombies, right? That's actually techno though, because it's they keep amassing and spreading. Because you don't want space zombies; they can't fly ships. You want Borg though. Borg works great. Like that. I think I would choose. I would like the aliens, like the actual alien creatures that are on ships, because that way when you go on these derelicts, you just don't know what's on there. There could be because they already make it look so alien anyway, right? You go in there and there'd be an actual alien that just pops out, impregnates your entire crew and makes more aliens. And you'd have to put up defensive perimeters with machine guns and stuff. It'd be a whole aliens movie all over again. I'd be so into that. That would be cool. Any creature like that. That'd be insane. So that way it's not just people you're worried about. You can't just scan for life forms and be like, oh, there might be some rats there. It's nah, there's some stuff hunting you inside the ship.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. So yeah, I'd be into that. Let's see. Warwag said, what style of ship do you want to see sold next? So what style of ship? Not necessarily a specific ship, but which type of ship or in general would you like to see sold next?
That's a tough one.
It's easy for me. I want to see the Polaris sold next. Hey, guess what? The Polaris is coming up because it's I want to see that. I want to see the cruiser. I want to see a thing that's something that's more manageable for my size group that I know is a cap, going to be effective, totally focused on combat. Because, I get it. The freelancers are awesome and the Starfarer's got big guns, but it's a fucking gas truck, guys. I want the ship that comes on the field and everybody's like, oh, I know what he's here to do. And he's here to punch me in the face hard and I need to get the fuck out or I need to be ready for a fight. That's the ship I want.
Yeah.
So
I know Aegis already has that skunk works look. The F-117, the B-1B bomber look. So I really like that. Especially the Retaliator looks exactly like the B-1B bomber. I just love their look. But I guess I would have to say the ship look I really wanted was the Scimitar in Next Great Starship. I really want that ship, and I like the big blocky truck look it had.
Yeah.
And I loved all the gadgets they had inside there. So that'd probably be my ship if you guys haven't seen it.
Okay, mine's going back a little bit, and I just have to think about this for a second because I don't even know what kind of ship style I would want. But whatever happened to the spider drone? Remember that spider thing?
Yep.
That was fucking
the mining drone.
It fucking maneuvered. Yeah, it was a mining drone, but
it's still in there.
It's still in there, but
they just said they're not selling it though.
Yeah, they said they're not going to sell it, but yeah. But I guess that makes sense. Maybe it'll just be an aesthetic when you go out to mining colonies or something. You see those spider drones, like working the thing. I still wish they'd sell it though. That'd be badass. But these drones like just eat up stuff like that.
A big fucking spider like that, fucking raping a mine.
I would find a way to make it a combat drone somehow, like where it'd be punching through Vandul or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, just like attached to a ship and like systematically just like ripping it apart.
Yep.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
On a Bang or something, or a King ship.
Everyone
just attack it.
Just like my imagination is just exploding, like several of those things just attached to a Bang.
Just yanking chunks.
Yeah,
be so cool.
Like a tarantula.
Awesome. Mayonnaise asked. He said, "If Manny said what would you like a feature of the derelict ships where they could be infested with aliens, such as Nemerox on the Millennium Falcon and Empire Strike Back?" So would you like that? Would you like to see a feature where they could be infested with aliens inside or wherever? Kind of like what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just what you just said with I mean, isn't like, aren't we all hoping for like, I mean, just the Vandul? Imagine like you go into a fucking derelict and you see 3 fucking Vandul just like ripping at shit and like turning up, looking at you like, fuck. Just get the fuck out and just start running.
I want those surprises in there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it is coming though, didn't they?
They said something's coming. They didn't get specific about what. Because the problem I have with like, not right now, it was an awesome demo at Gamescom. The problem I have with that though, it doesn't make sense for like pirates to just be chilling out. Like, I'm gonna sit here in this dark ship not doing anything.
That's gonna be boring as fuck.
Because it's like, it's just it's fine, but it's just not as interesting. They don't have any. Now, if I saw 2 or 3 like functioning pirate ships parked and it looked like they EVA'd inside, like, hey guys, there might be some people in here, but there's no ships anywhere, anything. And these like they just left their 2 bros out there EVAing inside a ship. I don't think so. But especially in the newer versions, because we're gonna have oxygen levels.
Right.
So you run out of fucking air. It's like, hey, Frank, just stay here a while. We'll be back for you. I'm like, I don't think so.
So much to panic about.
Yeah, I think it'd be better to like have some sort of surprise because you don't know, and it could be an RNG. It could be like aliens. It could be like an acid thing. It could be maybe the ship's derelict and destroying, but maybe it's still like gonna explode. Like it's still kind of just wrecked, and we don't know. So you got so much time to get in there and get something out before it like totally just like goes nuclear on you. I don't know. But lots of different elements in there to make me kind of make snappier decisions, get in and out. I like that better than, something where me and 50 friends could sit there and say, hey, here's another one. Let's just, do this mission and grind them. I want to make it to where if you sit there too long, pirates spawn or, something like that. I want to make sure that the missions aren't just can't be repeatable. I want to make them to where you have to
Radiation
make a move.
Would be cool.
Radiation, anything like that, any
not
type
like
of
a division.
Yeah.
Like in Freelancer, like you'd go into like certain sectors of space.
Yep.
You'd be like irradiated, so like if you hung out there long enough.
Or like Fallout, where you could deal with it and mitigate it, but it's like if you're just sitting there in radiation, you're toast, dude. I mean, you got to move eventually, so. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Okay, Snake Ruler asked, he said, what if you could put turrets on the inside to prevent boarding? What do you guys think about that as an idea? Would you like to see automated systems inside sections of ships or something to like repel boarders or anything like that? What do you think?
Well, in bulkheads, I did see they had like some type of turret in the ship. I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't know if we'll ever see that in game. Something like stationary on the ground. I don't know if it'd be on top of the roof. That may be a little too OP, like automatic, just raining down. But something where I could, set if I know I'm getting boarding, I could aim at the door. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
like a minigun or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it on like the larger ships.
Yeah,
on like a capital ship, on like a smaller ship where. It's...
Well, you don't want it in your 300 series? Like, you open the side, there's a big fucking gun just sitting there and just blast you in the face? Yeah. No, I agree. Larger vessels, like if it's a security corridor or an Idris or something, I could see some sort of automated security system. but it should be destructible. It should be something like when you're playing, like players could shoot it and destroy it or something like that. I'd be cool with that. But yeah, on little ships, like, and I'm sorry, I'm deeming the Constellation as the little ship in this case. Yeah. I don't want to see an automated turret inside your Constellation so you can solo fly it. I would base it like this: if the ship requires you to have more than one person to fly the ship, you could have a turret in it. But if it's like even a Starfarer and I could solo wing the shit, you don't need automated robots defending your ass to try to stop me from getting in your ship. You could hire NPCs. But not auto turrets and stuff. I'd be into that. That'd be good. Let's see. How much time we got left on? We got about 9 minutes left on the raffle, so we'll run it to least then. We got next question was from Warwag again. It says, "What kind of ground vehicles do you think we will see, and what ones do you want to see?" So maybe stuff we haven't seen yet, or what would you like to see in ground train vehicles?
So definitely a mech. Some type of mech has to be there.
Yeah.
Now, when you think mech, do you think like aliens, like armor mech, like it's just like a suit around that, or are you thinking like BattleTech?
Full on Gundam.
Gundam.
I'm talking like BattleTech. Well, not a big.
Because that's like a 4-story building robot walking around.
More like a what's the other mech game? How am I forgetting the name of it? It's one of the biggest mech games
Titanfall?
ever.
Mech Warrior?
Mech Warrior, yeah. Definitely not Titan Fraud. Yeah, something like a Mech Warrior size mech. I would like that type of size. Not no big Gundam shit walking around like a Megazord.
Yeah, it's like, this was a skyscraper, now it's a robot. No. No,
what about like...
Go ahead, man.
What about like a giant like mobile base on like tractors?
Ooh.
You know? That would be like insane. Something like, you know,
you kind of land on that. Was that BattleTech? I remember something like that in BattleTech cartoon way back when. It was like an aircraft carrier that also had tracks.
Hey, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Then people could have bases and stuff like that.
That'd be cool because you'd have like a mobile base like on a desert planet or a moon, and it could like travel along and do stuff. That'd be cool, and put a big shield over it. That'd be awesome.
I like the one at Halo. I forgot the name of it. Was it the Mall or something? The Mall? Yeah. It's like a big square. I think that'd be cool. It's in the SC universe, something like that.
Yeah.
I think as far as ground vehicles go, I mean, we already have rovers. I would like to see. It's gonna have to scale up though, right? I want to see a proper like battle like tank, not a full tank, but something like a different variants on the Humvee like the rover. But I'd like to see like some sort of, not like an M1, but some sort of like armored car type version that's a little bit more oriented towards that. But I'd also like to see just general hauling vehicles, like their version of space trucks, right? Like big utility, like what they call the big military trucks that they use down in Katrina and all that stuff that would go through water or anything. Can't remember what they are. The big MRACs and all that stuff. I want to see those type of vehicles. Let's see some farm equipment. Maybe you can plant on planets and see some stuff like that. You know, so get your SciTech controller out and you can sit there and do the farm simulator on the planets. Other ground vehicles I'd like to see. I'd like to see some other takes on like the hovercraft transport, much like the Dragonfly, only a larger transport vehicle, like a bus or some sort of like vehicle like that. That's just for surface. It doesn't like fly, but something like that would be cool. Stuff like that.
I'm really into the ground trading stuff. So that has to be in there.
Yeah. How about and I know they aren't going to do it because I already said that, you know, the way the surface is, you don't dig into it. But what about a boring thing, like something that like mines caverns and goes down in and comes out the other side? That'd be cool. Something really out of that. And not to spin off the ground thing, I want to see boats. I want to see like a submarine type boat because they're going to have all these ocean-like planets and stuff. I want to see like some
hopefully
sort
some
of
the ships could stay on the water too.
Maybe
like
if you listen,
if
you listen to Sean Tracy, I mean, we got the jump right. Yeah. Like you said, we got the jump, but you listen to Sean Tracy, he's like, well, theoretically, you know, the ships could go in the water, and I'm like, oh man, I'm putting every cap ship I got underwater. So I had the gas truck underwater. We got the Idris going underwater. That way, it would do that cool reveal when the oceans part. You're like, coming out, be amazing. So that'd be really neat. Let's see what else we got. We have Derek says security cameras for larger ships. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I want so many goddamn cameras I can like see what's going on in the latrine whenever stuff's there. Like what's going on? Teep. It's like they're on deck 3. Stop, take a poop. I want
especially when they used to mention the stuff where guys can hide in the box and pop out like, oh surprise, I got your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone needs to be watching those boxes, and then whoever's slacking off, someone could sneak around and take out the whole ship.
And I want the cameras to have thermal scanners. Like I want to be able to scan cargo that's on my ship. I want to be able to, I want some cool stuff. I mean, if I'm on these super complex spaceships, there's got to be more than shoot gun and drive here. I want all these internal systems, so that way I got a guy that needs to watch that, right? It's like, hey, stay on the cameras, man. We're being boarded. Get on comm frequency 2. Let the Marines, the TAC team that's responding to help repel the boarders, know where the fuck they are, because that's your advantage, right? I mean, it's your ship. You should know where these guys are. So, I'm into all that
security
stuff.
Cameras.
Absolutely.
Well, can we take this question and roll it into the one that just popped up? What about like motion sensors? Remember what they showed with the Caterpillar?
Yeah, with the dots.
A while ago about with the dots.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
I feel like it's kind of like implemented into the game.
Yeah.
Like we're not exactly getting real time video camera of seeing like what's in there, but we do have motion sensors and stuff like that.
The question I would ask, are the dots pertinent to only your crew? Because maybe they have like Star Trek, like you got a comm device. Would it detect other people that enter your ship? And if not, could people spoof that? Like, could I like come up and like silent take you out and put on the comm unit and it's like, oh, it's just another one of the dots, no problem, Like how
they talked about that in a way.
Did they?
I think so.
I missed that then, or I don't
kind
remember.
I don't know. Kind of like if it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think there was talk about that.
That'd be cool. I love the idea of being able to spoof stuff. I love that whole like stealthy. You have to do this to make it happen. It's like when people talk about, oh, I don't want them to be able to kill anybody in the high security zones. I'm like, nah, that's cool if they do, but they need to be punished heavily, right? You need to, something they can recover from, but it has to be one of those, you chose to do this, so this is the repercussions of that. And on top of that, like if you want to sneak a gun into a safe area, you should have to hack it. You should have to do something to make it happen, not just be like, hey, I chose to do this. So you go through all those layers. I'm totally cool with like opening up the game to do all these different things. You just have to do the work.
That was talked about. That was talked about today. It's called like hardening an item where like if you want to be invisible on a ship, put on a suit. I mean, like, don't go in there wearing like the heavy armor. You're gonna have to get some like slick black, like hiding with like thermal bouncing off shit. I'm making up stuff in my head.
Yeah, but absolutely, and you'd have to pay for that stuff. You have to pay for that equipment.
A gun that's like made of plastic and shit. I'm sure they can do stuff like that.
Yep. It's the future. They should be able to do a lot of that shit. And it's just like I said, because people know, like my organization's a mercenary org. If somebody comes to me and say, hey, I need to take out moonshiners, and Moon's like only staying on the noob planet, and it's like a green zone. Well, I'm like, I can do that, but I got to do all these things, and if I do successfully kill him, it's going to take me 3 weeks to recover my rep, because it's like hardcore hits. It's like big hits and stuff like that. So you're going to have to pay me like 3 million UEC to make this happen. So that way it's like an engagement like that. Like you get the immersive gameplay, but by me making the choice to even try to do that, I'm going to take a huge hit for doing it. So that will eliminate more of the griefing and all that stuff, because it's like a griefer ain't gonna come up and just like, take out 2 or 3 weeks of his gameplay because he wants to go kill Moon on a noob planet. But if there's a reward big enough for somebody like that, I totally support the gameplay in it. So it should be immersive like that. It'd be awesome. All right. So I think at this point we got... we'll answer these last 2 questions here on this, and then we're probably going to do the drawing, and we're going to roll out for tonight, guys. And then we'll do my after show, which I do for the next 2 or 3 hours anyway. So, but we'll let these guys go. Question from Snake Brewers is, what about space drillers for planets? I think they already have those.
Well, the smaller mining ship, I forgot the name of it already. You can mine on the planet with that.
Yeah, I think he's thinking about space drillers like the terraformers we see, like something that like drills down. I don't think they'll ever do anything big like that, because we have the prospector and the other ships. They'll want you to be a little more engaged than that.
Or the giant crab spider
thing. Yeah, we got all these tools to do it. So they might have them as an aesthetic in areas, just like the terraforms. You might see one sometime in the future where it's drilling down, but I don't think you'd ever operate or do anything like that with it. And then Dirt Cadaver says, do you want to see some sort of gambling system in game other than betting on racing, like space casinos? Absolutely. I don't know legally what their tie is because some games are real sensitive about the gambling thing. In the game, so I don't know that you'll see a lot of that in this. Would I like to see it? Sure, but I don't think so.
Yeah, they said with some legal problems with the gambling, that's why they didn't add it in there too quick. So it's not
especially
really GameSpot. I guess it's like the state something in the United States that say, okay, you got gambling, you got to put certain, restrictions and stuff like that on
I think anytime you sell in-game currency for money. Like, even though it's a game time card or anything, anytime there's the possibility of real money market transactions, like people can trade spaceships or something, or people are like selling them gray market on eBay, that automatically nixes the whole ability to gamble in those games. That doesn't mean you won't be able to do it on third-party sites and whatnot, like what Eve does, but in-game, it adds too many elements to where it's kind of shady, and even the reason Eve gets away with it is they're an Icelandic company. So they're not real. It's a whole different. Yeah, it's a whole different regulation thing. I don't mind the idea of gambling it, but they couldn't do it for the actual in-game currency. So it kind of make it not as fun, to be honest. So.
Yeah, and there are countries who are super against it. It won't go. They've said that before, that they just don't think that they can do it because it might be Australia, it might be some other countries that just will not allow for gambling in the game. Especially you can't do it for like UEC because that's paid for currency. You can maybe do it with Rec, but even still, they depending on what country they're trying to sell this game to, that's gonna shut down their sales. So it's easier just to not implement
Rec would be a definite maybe, but I could never see UEC, not in game. I mean, like I said, third party sites maybe, but then you're traveling that gray area where it's once you go off RSI, anything that happens to your money, just like on eBay, that's not their problem. So I don't know. Yeah. You kind of gotta be careful of that shit because then it's like, I bet my $600 ship. Yeah, that's fucking gone, bro. Sorry. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna close down this raffle here, and we're gonna get this stuff going and stuff. If you guys got any other questions, be sure just to hang with them. We can answer them after the show and all that stuff. I'll try to hit them up in the channel. I don't want to keep these guys all night, although I love having them here. Let's see here. So we're going to close this thing down. Hopefully, you guys will be super cool about this, and nobody will be a douche. But since it's only a $10 gift card, we're not going to use a claim word. We're just going to draw the thing. Remember, subs still have auto-claim in the channel. You do have to be following all of our Twitches. So, Gio, make sure you get your Twitch around so you can check your followers. And
I'm going to be looking.
And we'll call out the name here, the first one. If you guys haven't followed everybody, let's go ahead and get Space Bros command in there one more time, guys, because I did update it with Geo's stuff, too. You have to be following everybody's Twitches to qualify for this. If you are not, we will re-roll it. So make sure that you are doing so. By the time they hear me, hopefully they will put the Space Bros stuff in there. All right. Here we go. Closing this down. Throwing it up. Looks like, Salty Old One-Eyed Condor. Let's see if you guys got him, too. I know he's a follower of mine. It's been a long time.
I know Salty Old One-Eyed Condor.
You do?
Let's see if he's got it.
Read.
Let's see.
One of those names you can't miss.
Nope. He's got Geo.
He's in Geo's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got Geo.
And he's in yours for sure, so he's good.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Do you have me? You have me, bro? I think I'm on here.
That'd be hilarious if you followed Geo and he didn't follow you.
Get wrecked.
It's like I know Geo for like a long time. He comes in my channel. Not I'm sorry. Salty when I
Yep.
Condor. Where is he? Where am I on your head? Salty one-eyed. You looking
I
on
just
here?
want to see how many times we can say Salty Old One-Eyed Condor on the stream.
He's good. I think he has me. Oh no, there I am. Oh yeah, there I am. Yeah. He's got Geo and he's got me.
All right, man.
And it looks like he got Geo a while ago. So.
Hey, he's been on it then. So he hooked it up. All right. Well, we will send you a message there, Salty, and we will get that all handled for you. Thank you guys again for participating in the raffle. Thanks, Geo and Moon, for being here tonight.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out with us. You know, you're welcome back anytime. Geo, have a great time at CitizenCon. I'm super jelly.
Yeah.
Be sure to say hi to Toy. Toy will be out there too, so he'll look for you and stuff. So
nice.
We'll do that. Moon, if you're around, obviously when I'm broadcasting during the weekend, be sure to stop in, man. We'll be hanging out and doing all that stuff, and we'll pimp your wares again because we are going to make a special episode of Space Bros during CitizenCon.
For real.
And do all that. And otherwise, guys, if you guys want to hang out, everybody in chat, we'll be back on the air here in a couple minutes. We're going to take about a 5-minute break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to let all the bros spend the rest of your bro bucks because we do the reset after the after show tonight. So we dump it all out. We still got a Constellation try to get unloaded. We're probably going to give away maybe a couple other things in celebration at the end of the month, and we're going to reload you with some bro bucks for next month, starting up tomorrow morning. So, guys, thank you again. We'll see you later, and, watch us next week at 10:30 p.m. CST for the Space Bro Show.
Yep. Bye,
Peace,
guys.
Bye. We'll see you all.
Bye, y'all.
See ya. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, John boy.
Bye. Eventually. There it goes.
Bye.
Thanks, guys, for being on.
Yep.
I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna let you go so I can get ready for the other one.
All right, see you guys.
Peace out.
Nice to
Gio,
meet everybody.
good meeting you, man.
Yep.